I put here, and this is the 7 days book challenge. And I'm still reading Bear Grylls, Mud, Sweat, and Tears. Um, yeah, and today I read from chapter 50 until 55. Yes, and I have made some highlights. Yeah. Mm. And I highlighted this here. In chapter 50, our achievements are generally limited only by the beliefs we impose on ourselves. If we tell ourselves often enough that we don't have what it takes, then that will inevitably become our reality. But I also knew if I could somehow replace my doubt with hope, my fear with courage, and my self pity with a sense of pride, then I just might be able to do this. It would involve paying a huge price in sweat and hard work. It would involve having to train longer and harder than ever before, and the mind would have to drive it all. It was a decision I had already made years earlier. So, what we are hearing here is the, the method, the mindset that Bear Grylls has. He wants to replace the doubt with hope, fear with courage, and self pity with a sense of pride. We all can nod um, to these things because if you are going strong and you are going with doubt, you're gonna break. If you're going strong and you're going with fear, you're gonna break. And if you're going strong but still has the self-pity, you're gonna break. So he has to replace these with a new empowering belief. Yeah. And the the price he had to pay is the sweat and hard work. And as he said, a decision. And that decision for him was made years earlier. So he had this momentum in himself. Yeah. So, chapter 51, I highlighted. After 5 days of solid marching, I would have to complete the mother of all marches, nicknamed endurance. It is a good description. So here we have going the talk, yeah, walking the talk. Um, he is now um, arrived to this mother of all marches, endurance. And he's about to finish it. He says, after 5 days of solid marching, I would have to complete the mother of all marches. So he has arrived to this march called endurance. And endurance, we all know, is very important to a soldier or anyone who wants to become this champion alive and in general. Yeah. And I also highlighted, you've got to want it in here, though, lads, he continued, thumping his chest. It is all in here. And that is said by the 22 SAS chief instructor. Yeah. So what does that mean? That means that this is important. You got to want it in here. To the chest he's thumping is the heart, right? You need to want it in here. It's all in here. And it's always been in here, right? When you have that momentum, nobody can steal that from you. Nobody freaking ever. So, chapter 52, I highlighted. It was still dark. I had no idea where we were going. I just sat in nervous anticipation. Eventually, the truck rumbled off the road and ground to a halt with a hiss of air from the brakes. I looked out. I knew enough by now to recognize that we were in that horrible moongrass region. So what is this moongrass region he's talking about? It's the place Bear Grylls failed, actually. Yeah. And moongrass, I will find a picture of that so that you have a visual picture of how it looks. Moongrass. Yeah. It looks kinda like this. And it's troubling him. Yeah? So it looks like this. Yeah. It's troubling him. This moongrass region. Yeah. And I highlighted in chapter 53 this. Selection was good like that. It wasn't a competition. If the training major could be proved wrong and all of us passed, he would have been the first to celebrate. The SAS aren't restricted on how many recruits they can pass. They are only restricted by their standards. So here is saying that they're not competing against each other. They are working together, and actually it would make the SAS's day for them that they all passed. So it's a win-win. Yeah. And chapter 54 I highlighted. I ran all the way into the last checkpoint and then collapsed. The DS looked at me strangely, chuckled to himself, good effort. He commented, having watched me cover the last mile or so of rough ground, I had made it within time. Demons dead. Adrenaline firing. So here, actually, um, Bear Grylls runs the way from where he was fatigued, finished. He took a rest, and sometimes when you rest, you can't get up again because you're thinking, it's too hard, I can't do it, or something like that. But he does that he was refusing to fail selection again, and he just started to run and run and running anywhere in that moongrass, he says, with that weight of a small person on your back was a task. But I was on fire. So we're talking about this. He was on fire. And that's important, you know. And he lastly said in this highlighted, I highlighted, demons dead. And they really are dead because he got that comment from the DS. Good effort. And you just know when you hear that you're going somewhere. You're doing all you can. And that's what's important. Doing all you can. And here he has the adrenaline firing. Yeah. And yeah, that was it for today. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you got inspired, you can comment, you can subscribe. Thanks.